Born in 1838, Victoria Woodhull is one of the most influential people in the LGBTQ rights movement, but even our community covered up how important she was. Victoria and her sister, Tennessee Claflin, were the first women in history to run a Wall Street brokerage firm, the first women to own and publish a national newspaper, and Victoria Woodhull was the first woman to run for President of the United States in 1872. Which is 136 years before another woman would run in 2008 named Hillary Clinton. Victoria never spoke or wrote of herself having any same-sex desire or relationships, so by all estimates, she was not a lesbian herself. But throughout her life, career, and even her run for presidential office, she claimed she had a constitutional right to her private behavior and love life. She was a fierce advocate for people to love whomever they wanted to love. In her writings especially, she fought for people's right to choose their emotional and sexual partner, without government interference or punishment. In fact, in a now famous speech in her run for president, she said, quote, "Yes, I am a free lover. I have an inalienable, constitutional, and natural right to love whom I may, to love as long or as short a period as I can, to change that love every day if I please, and with that right, neither you nor any law you can frame have any right to interfere. And I have the further right to demand a free and unrestricted exercise of that right. And it is your duty not only to accord it, but as a community to see that I am protected in it. I trust that I am fully understood, for I mean just that and nothing less." So to say that Victoria Woodhull was a strong ally of our community would be a massive understatement. She fully realized that she was the first woman to ever run for president, and yet she chose to balance her potential political win on gay rights, which wasn't very popular in those days. In fact, in the 1872 election, Republican Ulysses S. Grant won 78% of the vote. But long after her life, Victoria's words would come back to help change the country for the better. In 2003, a case named Lawrence v. Texas came before the Supreme Court of the United States. In that landmark case, the lawyers used many of Victoria Woodhull's speeches and writings to help them win the case. And sure enough, thanks to Victoria, LGBTQ people won the case and were thereafter free to love whomever we choose, including those of the same sex. For Victoria Woodhull, she had it all. She owned one of the largest publishing companies, owned one of the largest brokerage firms on Wall Street, and was even the first woman in the history of the United States to run for president. But it was only because she was an ally of the LGBTQ people that she lost that election and was covered over in history books everywhere by both the LGBTQ community and the broader society. Victoria was truly one of the greatest women in history, and she is still to this day a great role model for girls everywhere. She was a woman who believed strongly in her core values, that everyone deserves the right to love. It was on those beliefs she never compromised on, not even to win a presidential election, but it was those same beliefs which made others cover over her amazing story. If you want to learn more LGBTQ history lessons, be sure to check out this playlist right here. And if you want to learn more about LGBTQ topics, then hit that rainbow subscribe button for weekly episodes. I am Professor Pride. Have a gay day, everyone, and bye for now.